Hello everyone. All right, third workout of the week is a circuit workout. So to explain the circuit, I give you two groups. In group 1, you have 4 exercises, then group 2, you have 4 exercises. So you're going to start with group 1, and you're going to run through exercise 1 to 4, and you're going to go back to the top, do it again, do it again, do it again. You're going to do 16 exercises in group 1 by running through 1 to 4 4 times. Okay, so you're going to go exercise 1, 2, 3, 4, back up to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, back up to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, back up to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, back. And then you're done. So 45-second intervals per exercise. So when you're running through them, you're doing it at a 45-second interval per exercise. When you need to take a rest, take a rest. Okay, so be smart about it. Jot that down so that you can use it as an incremental improvement, right? Obviously, maybe this workout I have to rest after 2 exercises. Maybe next week I'll try and do 3 exercises before I have to rest. Okay, so you have some ability to gauge some progress there. Okay, so I'm going to start off with group 1. I have burpees, curtsy lunge, mountain climbers, and 2 hand, 1 foot sit-ups. Okay, so to start, burpees, pretty straightforward. You're going to jump up, hands down, get them underneath your shoulders, get the fingers spread out wide. Okay, locked in the ground, core tight, shoulder blades back, push up, back up. So obviously you gotta do that a little quicker, so it's gonna look like this. Okay, so that would be one. You just keep going for 45 seconds. All right, if you gotta go to your knees, here's what it's gonna look like. Same idea. Get down, hand underneath your shoulders, toes locked right down on the ground. Okay, I don't want them floating in the air. Create some torque, right? You wanna create all that power from the ground. Get in your good plank position. Down. Back up. Okay, so that's your burpees. Curtsy lunge. So a curtsy lunge, you're going to start feet shoulder width apart. Okay, whatever side you decide to start bringing back and across, totally your choice. But when you do come across, you're going to want to have that good foot pressure. So that big toe, back heel locked in, create that claw with the front leg, keep that knee over your toe. Okay, so when I go across, lunge. So you see how mine slightly comes out? That's fine. You just don't want it tracking in. Okay, so over the top or slightly out is okay. So down to about 90, switch, down to 90, switch. I keep my hands up here. They help me stay upright. Okay, most times when I'm not watching myself in the camera. Okay, so the big thing again, when you go to step across, to get into that curtsy lunge across the other way, make sure that foot is locked in. Quickly, big toe, back heel. Down. Down. Okay? And then keep yourself upright. So I use my hands, whatever you got to use, but you don't want to have yourself falling forward. What to do is, when you go to step across, when you start to feel yourself come forward, end it back. Don't go any lower, because all you're doing is adding stress to areas that you don't need to. That is a progression you can work on as we go along. Okay? Step across. Step across. Okay, so that's your curtsy lunge. Next is mountain climbers. So you're going to get in your good plank position. Fingers spread out wide. Both hands pushing mid-hand. Get your hands underneath your shoulders. Drag the elbows in slightly to create some torque. Core tight, shoulder blades back. Like you're holding a tennis ball between your shoulder blades. Good plank. You don't want to butt up. You want to hips down. You just drive your knees here. Okay? This is it right here. Nothing special. Okay? You're doing that for 45 seconds. Last but not least for group 1, 2 hands to 1 foot sit-ups. So this is the ideal where you're scissoring. So you're going to keep your legs out, drive one up, touch toe. Okay? So driving up, touching back out. Okay? If that's not possible, plant one leg down at a 90-degree angle, drive up, switch, drive up, switch, drive up, switch. Okay? So you have some options there for your 2 hands to 1 foot. The scissor is the ideal. Maybe even try and do it for a bit and then switch to driving the foot down if you need it. But be smart about it. So that's group 1. We had burpees, curtsy lunges, mountain climbers, 2 hands to 1 foot. Group 2, we have stride jumps, bear planks, opposite hand, opposite foot sit-ups, and running on the spot 5 seconds down to your chest and back up. Okay, so stride jumps. Same idea applies, okay? You're gonna get your feet roughly shoulder width apart. Okay, pushing mid-toe back, heel, mid-foot pressure on your front foot. Okay, back one's going to be on your toe. You're going to be about shoulder width apart for spacing, width-wise. Right, you're going to drive down, and that outside arm is going to come back and then propel you forward. It's going to drive you up. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Switch, down to 90, switch, down to 90, switch. So that arm is going to drive you up and across. It's going to drive up and across, and it's going to propel you to alternate those legs as you slowly leave the ground. Okay, so again, drive, 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 drive. Okay, now, if that's not possible, here's an alternative. Step back lunge, okay? Mimic that same movement. Step back lunge your side. Mimic that same movement. So you see how I'm still driving that arm and I'm still exploding those hips up through? I'm just not leaving the ground. Okay, so that's a precursor to your stride jumps or lunge jumps, whatever people want to call it. Is that step back lunge, oh, back, drive it forward, back lunge. Actually, so let me just do this correctly. Okay, so it's my front leg. Okay, so it's going to go back on your front leg, drive up, drive up. Okay, so goes back on that front leg and drives you up through. Sorry about the little confusion there. When you're watching the camera, it throws you off a little bit. So next is bear planks. Fingers spread out wide. Get them underneath your shoulders. Get the fingers locked in to the ground. Pushing mid-hand. Okay. Elbows in, core tight, shoulder blades back. Get into a plank position, except this time you're going to bring your knees up and you're going to create a 90. Okay. So you're going to be about an inch off the ground. And you're just going to hold it there. And this is the bear plank. You're going to hold this for 45 seconds. Okay, it's one of those exercises, the first like 10 seconds are easy, then you will start to really feel it. Okay, so no movement there, just sit in that bear plank for 45 seconds. Next is an opposite hand, opposite foot sit-up. So again, you're in a scissor position, you're going to go up and touch the outside of your foot. Okay, so you're going to drive the outside, so you're going opposite hand to the outside of the opposite foot. Okay, so this is it here. Again, if you can only go to your shin, that's fine, right? It's a progression. Now, if that's too difficult on your core, you can plant one leg and mimic that same movement, just keeping that other leg locked down to 90 degrees for added stability. So I'm going to go opposite hand, opposite foot, okay? So same idea, you're just not scissoring as you're doing it. All right, and then the last but not least exercise, pretty straightforward. You're going to be running on the spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, quick feet, 4, 5, down to your chest, back up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down to your chest, back up, okay, and you're doing that for 45 seconds. So you're running on the spot, count of 5, down to your chest and back up. So group 2, to go back over it, stride jumps or lunge jumps, whatever you want to call them, bear planks, opposite hand, opposite foot sit-ups, and running on the spot for 5 seconds down to your chest. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Have a good workout.